I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me...
I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Sure.
I'm ready to accept the... Maxon's ordered you to
No. I won't.
I can't believe you'd risk your life. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
Well then, I'm sorry to I don't wish to debate. You've sworn an oath. Consider this your greatest test. I'm not surprised Maxon sent you.
Uh-huh. I wish you would have told me the truth.
I might...
No. But I'm hoping there's a way.
Don't... Look,
Sure.
But that doesn't change it. If you... Since...
Uh-huh. Right.
I need to be
The empathy that you're showing me...
I appreciate it. I'm ready to... Maxon's ordered you to execute.
No. I won't do it, Dan.
I can't believe you'd risk your... Why would you do that?
I've already lost my family. I don't want...
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might have... Perhaps now that you've opened my...
Whatever you decide to do.
Thank you, my friend. The only clear choice. The sooner I make for the border, take my holotags. You... Now, come on.
Sure. Hey.
I'm listening. I think we ought to talk.
Is something the matter?
What? Oh, no. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. A local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. And it's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood.
You're the physical embodiment. Look around you, Dance. Look, millions, perhaps even billions, died because they called it a new frontier and pushed... Can't you see the same... You're a single bomb in an arsenal.
Dance wants to save men.
You're as delusional as you are. How can you trust the word of a machine? A machine that's had its mind in those ethics that it's striving to champion?
It's true. But when I saw my brothers dying, and when I heard your speech about... Don't you understand? From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood...
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen... I don't intend to... My orders stand.
It's all right.
Sure.
You convinced me that I was... Whatever you decide.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made.
Very well.
Whether he's human or not. Dance saved the lives.
Dance was merely following the rules set up in its program.
Right.
A real soldier's bravery comes from...
Just listen to me.
This machine isn't worth sacrificing.
Is it too late to change my...
Of course not, Knight. I realize this is difficult. Now either you execute...
For the good of the Brotherhood.
Finally. You may proceed.
So, this radio station here, we don't make any caps. And, there are, well, some people help me stay in the air. People like,
Someone was expecting
wow,
something.
dirty radioactive water. You could have it pure. Shanghai Kowalski's clean water market. Straight from the Frankie Carl wrote a song about tomorrow. Or at least, I guess, his version of tomorrow. Which is pretty different from mine.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
Wynonie Harris.
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you. Knight. Why is this...
He's still alive. Because you...
Him! Dance.
Sure.
It wasn't flesh by attempting to play.
After all...
You're the physical... Look around you. Million. They called it a new front. Can't you... You're a
Right.
single...
Dance wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional. How can you trust a machine? Those ethics...
It's true. But when I heard... Don't you understand? From the moment...
It's too late. The Institute. I don't... My orders...
You convinced whatever you decide.
Touching. Either you
After all the sacrifices I've made,
Very well.
whether he's human or not.
You're a stubborn man. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live, which leaves me, Dance. As you are pursued and slain from this day forward. Should you choose to ignore me, do we?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say we still have the Institute.
You're listening to Diamond City Radio.
Aye.
If you're
It took a
listening.
hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
Here's Frankie Carl with a song that...
At least we know he isn't chasing you any.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of it. Besides, you're still gonna need me. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. If you ever need me,
One more tomorrow.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she... I'll contact her and let her know.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet...
Someone was expecting trouble. Or asking for it.
If it looks dead,
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing this conversation, as far as the Brotherhood of Steel. Do you understand?
Of course. The Brotherhood...
Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Of course. Dance's execution created that traitor. Held his quarters and all his possessions. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt, just be aware that I trust you won't disappoint in any event. We still have while the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime. Report to him immediately. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Pinging remote units at 30-second
Paladin.
intervals as requested.
Good.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good. Because this... Now, before we... They're a small, but our tactical. If we strike them now...
Hit them before they...
Precisely. Destroying the railroad hinges... To that end...
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart...
Right.
Our sources tell us that they're calling it the... They use the robot for... If you could use this holotech, I'm certain we could put Pam's computer...
I'll try to get it back here and...
Good. It'd be...
I'm certain you'll do whatever it... When you're ready, proceed.
Sure.
They'll provide demolitions. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
No machine should have free will.
Why?
If you find anything
Tell us
interesting
you
in the
had to
railroad
turn yours
headquarters, don't forget to bring it back here.
attention.
Try and get Pam
Any
back
soldiers
here
who
in
have
one
not yet
piece,
received
okay?
a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once.
Your
That is all.
promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
I can barely tell he's
Victorian
trying.
brother.
That synth.
Welcome back. Heard about Dance.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Be my guest.
Goddamn railroad scum. I hope you burn those synth lovers to the ground.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness. I'd stay away from ferals.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot, leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
I want to be left alone.
Holy shit. Now that is some op.
You'll get used to Diamond City security being unhelpful. Just ignore them like I do.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment, but we can cure...
You need protection. Everyone does.
Right. Sure. Let's take a look.
Something for...
Danny Kaye there, singing. That was Civilization. You're listening to Diamond City Radio, if you're listening at all. Hey, you like Louis Jordan, right? Well, here's a classic from him.
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Let's do this.
Cut! Shit, we got company! Taking fire!
Cut along, now. Lights out for you!
Go for it! I got you! What just happened? Son of a bitch!
Can't see! You're in for it now!
Masters won't take us down!
You killed him!
Tango down.
The railroad will never die!
Damn it! Where'd you go?
What?
We've got
Honor
trouble.
and glory.
Something's out there.
Contact lost.
Cover me!
Taking damage!
They're here!
Godless freaks! Die!
A lot of blood.
Anybody now?
Think I'm scared? Huh?
Detonation pack secured and ready, sir.
For the Brotherhood!
Acquired.
Hope you're smarter than this.
My arm! Look alive, everyone! Secure the area!
All right. They're gone for good.
No.
Good. You can still run. Getting along. Something out there.
It's only a matter of time.
She's dead.
Sam!
Anyone you walk away from.
Coming home.
Huh? Let's do this.
Oh, shit.
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
Ready for programming instructions. Recommend interface type RJ11G.
Another good one. Another good one from Betty. You're listening to Diamond City Radio, if you're listening at all. I mean, here's the Ink Spots singing Maybe.
Railroad's like a scared bunch of rad roaches scurrying for cover.
Area secured, Paladin.
was that? Did you hear that?
What's that?
Out. For it now. Somewhere. What? Who's there? Hide forever.
Protection system must be on the fritz. Your Geiger counter doing cartwheels too?
Can't talk right now. Excuse me, Captain Kells?
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance. The railroad was providing those sympathizers. I'm also pleased we are having it brought. It's an amazing piece of... Speaking of congratulations. Ad Victoriam.
Don't get any ideas, Sin.
From you folks, wouldn't know where to look.
With your reconnoiter of the Institute complete, we finally have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
Keep your hands away from those vertibird prop plates, unless you...
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
Shoot them into space.
Proctor Ingram.
You look like you've been through the ringer, Paladin. Can't say that I blame you. That was a hell of a business with Dance.
Honestly.
I hear you loud and clear. Anyway, we need to move on. We've been feeding him power. That's why we need you.
And I'm betting you know right where to find...
Of course I do. Quinlan dug up some dirt on it. The CEO was some... The Agitator was his crown. That's where we're headed.
I don't think we're in...
It would be helpful if you tagged...
I knew you'd see it my way. Kells has a vertibird on standby. Grab whatever gear you need and meet me on the... If the Institute finds out the
So, there's this thing I heard about. I'm not even really sure what to say. There are stories about... Well, it's some big contraption that's being built out there in the Commonwealth. No one that's mentioned it, they don't know what it does. Not for sure.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the capital wasteland.
This next part... Well, I mean, it's just people talking, you know? It doesn't...